Huh? Perk. Hmm. Brain, please translate the word perk for me. Yes, ma'am. I'm right on it. Okay. Language section. You heard the text. Now do what you gotta do. But sir, we don't know how to translate it. What do you mean you don't know? Okay, fine. But do we at least know what it means? Well, we think it means something to do with the bad. Bad what? Just generally something being bad, sir. Okay. No one knows anything at this stupid place anymore. Hi, Petra. It means that something is really bad. Hmm. Oh, so basically I can say perks of being sick, for example, because that's a bad thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna Google it. Okay. Stupid brain! It means totally the opposite. There goes my great idea for a video. Or maybe not. Hi and hello everyone. Welcome to my rant at sickness. Is that a word? Well, if not, then now it is. As you can already tell, I'm dumb. I literally thought the word perk meant something really bad, but I ended up realizing just now that it actually means something good, or at least a bad thing's good side. Oh man, this is getting confusing now. But anyways, I really wanted to make this into a video even though I had to change the original title. What I want to talk about today is how much it sucks being sick. As I'm recording this, I already recovered from everything, hopefully, and I just wanted to rant about how annoyed I am at this point because it all started just before New Year's Eve. Right before New Year's Eve, 4 days before the new year. And here I was, sucking on a stupid lozenge, sipping tea, and totally not resting in bed because, hello, I gotta get ready for New Year's. I need to cook, I need to clean, and then await my dear friends for the party we had planned since last year. Pun intended. And I can't just cancel the plan right before the new year. So, I moved to my boyfriend's place last summer, so I'm an hour away from my hometown and family. And because it's the holidays, we decided to go and visit them between Christmas and New Year. Now, our first problem started here. What happens in Serbia when it's the holidays? Yes, the timetable of trains and buses change. Of course we knew that. Jokes aside, we did know about it. We searched up the timetable for the bus we wanted to go with. It did not change from the original one, which was a bit unexpected, but we didn't pay much attention to it and thought, that's great, because we can arrive in time for lunch then. Yeah, the bus did not come. We left home a bit late, but still arrived in time to catch the bus that should have arrived 20 minutes after departure. My boyfriend asked about the bus from a lady at the bakery, which was right next to us, and I kid you not, she said that the bus station posted their new timetable on Facebook. On Facebook! No one freaking uses Facebook! So there was no bus coming to pick us up. I don't want to go into much detail as it's not that interesting, but we ended up going the next day in the morning. As we were just casually sitting at the table and chatting with my grandparents, I noticed that my nose was acting up a bit more than usual. Because I have allergies for dust and some shit, I thought my runny nose was because of it. But when my throat started hurting a bit as well, I knew I probably caught the famous virus everyone was talking about around here. At first, it was a simple cold until it started getting worse since I have asthma. It's a really annoying condition, especially when it's the summer, because my lungs like squishing themselves from the heat. Not everyone with asthma reacts badly to heat. I heard for some people their lungs can't handle the cold, although it's the worst when it's the pollen season. But of course, you can also suffer from it when some random ass bacteria decides to joke around with your health. It ended up getting so bad that 30 minutes into New Year's, I had to go to an ambulance to get an injection. What a wonderful way to start the new year. But moving forward, I subsequently got much better from that juicy little dose I got, although it wasn't enough for our friends to stay for one more day thanks to my boyfriend also catching the virus. So him, his father, and me were all sick to the brim and could not do anything about it because of our financial situation and just sip tea, rest, and suck those freaking lozenges that I swallowed halfway into it by accident. Throughout our recovery, all three of us had the best fever of our life, as it was either going as high as to going into outer space to just mining itself underground, showing itself only when we already thought we were all better. We all managed to recover as fast as possible, and all was good until we just went out to get some groceries. It was cold, but I was dressed up warmly. No one was in the store as far as I saw. And I don't know how it happened, but when I woke up at night, I felt my throat was hurting very badly. I'm sorry, I failed, but it's not my fault, I swear. So yeah, we went to our local doctor just for them to tell us that my patient's book slash card thingy, my apologies, I do not know how it's called in English, was expired even though we renewed it a few months before, and I also had a paper for it. But they still let us get checked and told me to just drink even more tea, suck on even more lozenge, and buy this expensive vitamin that didn't do shit for my health. But my biggest problem was that after this doctor's appointment, I found some weird bumps around, or more like under my ear, which I didn't know why and how it came to be. And at this point, my stress level was high up in the air. However, I didn't do anything about them since the doctor told me if my health won't get better or if it gets worse, then we can go back for a checkup. So I searched it up on the internet. Okay, okay. I know I'm one of those people who gets very anxious if something weird happens to their body, but I already learned my lesson, well, kind of, and realized there's no point in researching when it could literally be anything. And since I'm not a doctor to somehow check myself out, my only option is a real doctor, to whom I didn't go to even though I somehow didn't get better nor worse. I started doing the fever thing where it sometimes stopped hurting, as in my throat, and then at night it always started hurting again. Or there were days where it didn't hurt at all, but then it hurt as hell on another day. That was when the bumps under my ear were starting to prevent me from eating normally because my jaw was hurting when I opened my mouth slightly bigger than quote unquote normal. So we went to get another appointment to the doctor, and we told the lady who does these arrangements or whatever that yes, we went to renew my patient card and I do have paper for it, so I don't know what's the biggie here. They were really confused as well because on paper they confirmed it was renewed, but on their computer it showed it otherwise. So we got three. Now remember this, we got three phone numbers to call the place we needed to renew my card at. And so they told us to call the third number because, like, I don't know, that's the main one or something. So we can directly talk to the person who's in charge of this patient card renewing thing. We didn't call them immediately, just after when we went to our second doctor's appointment, and the doctor told us, well, I can't do shit because you don't have your patient card or anything that I could use to write you out to a specialist because this problem you got, yeah, I can help you because it's not my specialty, which I get. But the problem was that we then basically had to go renew my card first at this other city, then come back to then let the doctor write me out to another doctor who is in the city I mentioned before, who would then probably give me some hella expensive medication. To put it simply, we didn't have the money for all of this. I was scared, I was angry, I was sad. My head was full of questions and just generally everything. Like, I know I'm kind of exaggerating it, but because I have really bad paranoia, I was just scared. I can't help these bad thoughts that even I don't want to think about. In the end, because of no money, we couldn't really do anything other than to try to maybe call the number we got and if it's possible to fix my card through the phone. And guess what? They didn't pick up. I'm not kidding. At this point, I'm about to throw a tantrum and smash someone's face because it's not like the number was busy. No, they just didn't want to pick up. It's always like this here in Serbia. They will literally never ever pick up the fucking phone unless you're one of the few lucky or try to spam call them. It's not just at this place, but everywhere where you would need to do official business. But you know what? Yeah, my health is clearly not important. And it doesn't matter either that some people just don't have the money for medication. Yeah, it's whatever though. The whole purpose of this was to spread awareness for these kind of situations because something else YT already talked about this in his recent uploads. It's sad that even though medication is essential for humanity, we somehow still cannot afford them. And if you're maybe at some kind of an advantage, you're at least able to ask for money on social media, which is just not the way it is. It shouldn't really be this way. Just to not end the video on such a sad note, yes, I recovered somehow magically with a month of suffering and tons of tea, and of course lozenge. My throat is not hurting anymore, although it is kind of sensitive sometimes, and I can immediately taste any amount of spice, which I now can't really handle because of it. And my bumps are, well, I'm not 100% sure, but they are gone. I can't really feel them nor do they hurt, so for now, it's all good. And about my patient card, we will go and renew it soon. But with all that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this rant video, even if at least just a little bit. And as you already know, until the video finishes, you can go ahead and watch me dance for a little bit. Bye bye!